We've just had 3 games from the Meeple Force campaign, and it's been absolute blast to play. I don't think I've had so much fun playing a war game, at least recently.
I really like the way this game plays. It's very easy to learn. I mean, the video you saw was the first time we played this game. Yeah. And you see how easy it is to pick this game up. It's so easy. You put your little guy down and you flick. And however far you flick it, I mean, you saw that, I didn't flick very far.
That happens a lot. We were like, surely we're going to hit them like really far, but no, sometimes they went far, sometimes they didn't. There's a lot of tactics in getting the movement right.
Definitely.
So you're moving around the board and flicking little bullets, look like this, little flickable bullets. So you put them like thumb whips from your character, flick them around to do some damage, like you've just seen. So very easy concepts to grasp. Very easy. It's
also, you ain't got to worry about measurements. Like I said, it's just a thumbprint, and you move however far you want to flick yourself. Yeah. You don't go too far, go off the board, you suffered some wounds, so it's not always the best idea to go too far, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really enjoyed the... I love the theme. Saturday morning cartoons, great theme.
So the idea, it's like kind of cyberspace, as you can see from this beautiful illustration. You've got Chad Thunderguns, who's the leader of the Meeple Force, sending his troops down to...
is an awesome name.
It is the best name. Cleanse the planet of the evil snake men. It really reminds me of Conan the Adventurer, like this old... Because I used to wake up, as we all did on a Saturday morning, get up, sit in front of the TV, bowl of cereal, just chowing down, watching cartoons, and it really reminds me of one of those, all those kind of things, Transformers that we used to watch in the early 90s to late 80s. Lots of cool cyber samurai-esque inspired snake men do to the villains. We've got ninjas, we've got galaxy marshals.
You've got Lobo Wolf there, which is a little wolf with a rock on his back.
Yeah, so we've had a good chance to play, like, let's say, 3 missions from the campaign. Mm-hmm. And as fans of Bearded Gamers know, we're a big fan of campaign-inspired games. And this is like the first time that I think we've played a game which can have an entire campaign in an evening.
Yeah, which I kind of like. And also the way the campaign is laid out is that the first mission is your introductory game. It's teaching you how to play the rules. So your first mission you are going to win, which I really like that because it's part of the campaign. Then it's like
it sets the stage.
Yeah, it isn't a case of they go, here's the little here's the little tester mission, and then here's the campaign. It's like, that's all straight in there. Just go straight in. Have a blast.
Have a fun. Have a blast. So yeah, that first mission, I say, is just there to give you the sort of ropes of the mission, and then as the campaign progresses, the scenario escalates. You'll get more types of enemies. You'll get different weapons, and your wounds will carry on through to the next game.
Yep.
So unlike you think about when you sit down to play any sort of campaign-based game, you're playing one mission for a couple of hours, where you're playing the entire campaign in the evening. For me,
our first mission took us 20 minutes to play, and that includes a little bit of stat as well, and also explaining the rules. So you can easily get this done within an evening, which is great. I
think it's certainly got that, as well as having that kind of Saturday morning cartoon feel. Every mission in the campaign feels like an episode of the cartoon, and you just want to you want to jump back into those characters and just play even more.
Yes,
so we finished one mission, we're like, let's get into the next, let's play again. Because we were unlocking loot crates, there's these things scattered across the battlefield. If you flick your characters in there, you're then drawing loot cards. So you think about like first-person shooters, that kind of thing. It's how satisfying it is to pick up loot, open a crate. So you just
also just the point when you open it up, there's nothing in there.
Oh, yeah, we did have that happen one time.
What's going on?
But there's a deck of cards for your loot. You've got upgrade cards for each of the characters, so you can develop new skills over the course of the campaign. And it must be said that the version that we played is just a prototype as well. So the final product is going to be even better than this, which has really got me excited about. Yeah. Especially about the flickable components. So we saw in the missions that we played just a sort of small selection of the cool weapons that have been put together. We had the Thundercracker rockets, which are nice little green tokens at this point in a shape of rocket that you're flicking across, and then they scatter into more bullets and fire across. We have a grenade,
which didn't do too well in that game. But
watched the episode, you saw me throw a grenade at my feet. Luckily, I hadn't pulled the pin out, I don't think, so it hadn't exploded, so that was great. You've got shields as well.
Shields, and you've got defibrillators, which I really love this mechanic actually. If you want to heal your friends, just throw a mid pack at them or a defibrillator at them. Just throw at them. That doesn't sound like anything could possibly go wrong there.
Yeah, well, we needed to do it a couple of times. Although, funny enough, it was Lobo Wolf, the dog, who was going around, because he's obviously faster than us, going around picking up the loot and then coming back. He's got a med pack. Throw it at the dude's face. How he's doing that, I don't know. He's doing some sort of ninja kick or launching it out of his, like the tri-launcher on the back.
We didn't get a chance to play with it, but there is rocket chainsaws. Love that idea.
Chainsaw and a rocket. Meld them two together. What do you get? Chainsaw, rocket.
Yeah. And they're quite cool. So like with a lot of the weapons in the game, you flick them in and they'll like they dissipate.
Some might explode, do other damage, things like that.
You've got acid, which you flick and it stays on the board until the end of turn. And these are
we found that was quite nasty with hydras spitting chunks of acid at us. Which
but apparently the chainsaw rockets you fire and they'll just bounce around, on the battlefield, which I kind of like actually. I like that sort of style of.
So the 3 missions we played were quite varied as well. We had different enemies, different mechanics. Let's say we'd progressed our characters as you would in a normal campaign, but you're doing it over the course of an evening, which I think there aren't many games that do that and do it well.
Yeah.
And we love a good bit of story, a good bit of flavour. You saw we had event cards which were adding different effects to the game each time, but all with cool flavour text of the planet we're on. They've all got cool backstories. I can't wait to read more about Chad Thunderguns and how he became the leader of the Meeple Force.
and also like this is what they're going to release initially. There's stretch goals that they're looking at, which they're looking to expand. What you see here, it's just a snapshot of what these guys are creating.
Yeah.
And I think
and kudos to them for creating such a cool IP, such a cool universe to fight in, and it's just taken the dexterity games. We've seen a few out there. You've seen Flick 'em Up and a couple of other games, but combining it with an accessible war game. That, particularly dudes of our age who sort of harkens back to the.
I'm a kid again.
But we're still kids.
That's what I'm doing.
Are we Neverland? Because we never grow up. I don't want to be honest, because it's fun like this, which really gets you up once you want to play games. I can see not only myself and obviously our gaming group playing this again, but my wife would love this. I think kids would love it as well.
That's the thing, because the rules are so accessible and easy to learn, and you can easily just set this up with your kids. Play with your son, your daughter, your nan. Even if your nan likes Saturday morning cartoons, then you're away.
Of course she does. Why would she not? What more can we say about it? So check it out. I think you're going to have a lot of fun playing this game with anyone.
Definitely. And this is coming out on Kickstarter soon. Which is as well, so very much looking forward to it.
Well, depending on when this video goes out, it might have already been funded. So hopefully you'll see this game again soon. I can't wait to see what other things are in store, what other stretch goals there might be, what other units, other races. There's so much that can be done with this game, different scenarios. But I think all of our gaming group are going to have an absolute blast flicking bullets around the table. I've never played a dexterity game before, so I didn't know how much fun it would be. But there was lots of oohs and ahs and and all sorts playing that.
Also, this is just a prototype, so the card stockness thickness is going to go up as well. So they're going to these couple of figures are going to be far more sturdier, and these are going to from what I understand,
look even
better as well. I just love these plastic pieces. Yeah, definitely. But very much looking forward to Kickstarter launching and seeing you guys out there as well.
Yeah,
definitely.
Meeple Force.